You're right about India-China relations. We are the two most important countries in this century. It's called the century of Asia. Between Xi Jinping and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we have one third of the world which comprises of India and China. Every third person in the world mathematically has to be Indian or Chinese. When you go to Europe now or UK now or anywhere else, you either find an Indian every time you bump into somebody or you find a Chinese or Japanese or Korean or whatever. But the world is now, the center of gravity has come here. Now, I'll tell you, in this book I have tried to analyze and say war is not an option for both of our countries. With such a lot of manpower, such a lot of resources, such a large area, two of us can't be fighting a war. So if war is not an option, what is the next step? The next step I've suggested to the government is to tell the people. You see, we always say, hamari boundary sacrosanct hai. Look at our Indian map at independence. You will see go into the Google and say India on independence, the map. They'll show you there's no line at all. There's no line from Karakoram Pass, that is a boundary marker, up to Nepal. It's shaded in a color shading. We don't know it. We grew up only after 54 we drew a line, and then Chinese had also drawn a line. Both had done unilaterally. तो उसको resolve करने के लिए हमको बातचीत करनी पड़ेगी. And similarly, Chinese have drawn a line taking most of Arunachal Pradesh as part of Tibet and then now China. So we have to talk about how to resolve this problem. I've suggested a method. I've suggested a method that, firstly, we shouldn't get bogged down by this. Can you imagine how many thousand soldiers are deployed on the borders? Both our side and even Chinese side. Then they're doing patrolling, then they're being maintained, then there are defense works being made, infrastructure being made for them. All that is very expensive. All that money can go into developing our country, particularly bringing up the quality of life of poor people. Both countries have poor people. It's not that China is all hunky-dory. China has something which they show, something which we don't see. We've been to China, me and my wife, and we saw interior areas. And anyway, my point is, the way ahead is that we have a constructive engagement with China, and we find way, and we say the boundary issue, let it be decided in the future. As of now, we respect the line of actual control where we are today. It won't make a difference if we carry on doing everything else. But we must build trust that we will not let anyone down. We will not cheat. So if that is there, then you can take a car and drive from Leh to Demchok and go on the central highway. Their highways are very good there. You can go into Central Asia. Or you go from Nathula into Tibet, and I know that area because my book, I did so much of research. You can go up to Lhasa driving. So what's the problem? France and Germany fought for 100 years, ladies and gentlemen, in the 19th century. And then now they have peace. You drive from France into Germany, you don't even know. You cross the border, nobody checks anybody's papers once you're in Europe. And you're from Spain to France. So what I'm saying is, I think the future is there. And the two leaders have got the mandate, Narendra Modi ji in India and Xi Jinping ji in China. So both of them, between them, if they decide to tell their people that these boundaries were unilaterally drawn, we should therefore can take them like that, but to have peace and tranquility on the border, and let's reduce the force levels, let's reduce the wasteful expenditure, and let's not be a threat to each other. And of course, we'll be rivals in or competitors in trade and other things, but we won't have any tension and anxiety on the border, and like Doklam. Now, another thing I must tell you, in my research, I came across that the previous Dalai Lama was the 13th Dalai Lama. He had made a statement to his biographer, Charles Bell. And he said, Mr. Bell, you know what the Chinese are? So he said, yes, tell me. He said, they take one step and then they wait. They look around, has anybody noticed? Has anybody reacted? If not, then they take the second step. That's a very wise strategy. And he had written that. Had we read it, we would have also woken up when they started making the road in Aksai Chin. Or Americans also have not studied it. They should have said they're putting sand, making runways in these islands which are disputed. They didn't take any action on the first step. Once they made the runways, they made that presence felt there in those islands. Now they are saying, you don't do this, you don't do that. They said, no, it's ours. So you have, that is what he said. Doklam, had we not stopped them there, by now they would have had their road going to wherever they wanted. And I know where they wanted to go was the Bhutanese side of the border, because there's so much of timber. In Tibet, there is no timber. I have an audiovisual film, but because of shortage of time, we can't show it. Tibet is stark barren. And Nehru used the word, not a blade of grass grows there. But then don't draw a line and then don't monitor it. Then it's a mistake on our part. We should have known that they are transgressing that line we have made. And we should have stopped them there and then. But we didn't. So when they made the road, the Chinese are too smart. They called our ambassador from Beijing and the military attaché, please come, inauguration ho rahi hai hamari road ki, going through your area. So I brought it out in my book. It's amazing. We are sometimes very gullible and naive, but let me assure you, that period is over. The 50s and 60s are over. आप हंसोगे, पीछे हंस रहे हो ना, मैं और बताता हूँ. वो पता क्या लिखते हैं? How is it that without our permission you started making a road in our area and your people are without passports validated by us? अभी आपका एरिया है, उसमें वो आए क्यों, वो पूछो. आप बोल रहे हो कि डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पूरी ठीक नहीं की आपने, परमिशन क्यों नहीं ली हमसे. So we were so naive, but that period is over. Fortunately, we have a very experienced team at the national level, the foreign service level, the military, the intelligence agencies. So let me give you a message which is very positive. As you take it with you, that things are in good hands and safe hands, our country will move forward.